Hello, Libra. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Teri Hunter. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and I'm here today to talk about your March 2023 monthly horoscope. But before I start, I'm just going to do a wee bit of business. These videos are based on whole sign Western astrology. So when I talk about Libra, I'm talking about Libra rising. When I refer to what house this is happening, it's regarding or it's in reference to Libra rising. This video is still applicable for Libra moon and Libra sun. But if you want to know what house is going to be affected, you're going to want to look for your rising sign. If you don't know your rising sign, you can go to any one of the free birth calculators. You just need your exact time of birth and your location to determine your chart. Also, these are based on Pacific time zone. So if for some reason you're not in the Pacific, then please adjust the times for your location. And then finally, that's it. All right, let's jump in. So we're starting the month with your ruling planet, Venus, having a conversation with Chiron in Aries and Jupiter. Venus will be at 13 degrees within an exact conjunction to Chiron. This is in your 7th house of partnerships, and Jupiter is at 12 degrees. For me, this is an influence that will be felt from the beginning of March all the way through till we hit the full moon on the 7th. This is where Venus is really looking at her self-worth, looking at what she believes about her value, her skills, her ability to make money, how she relates as an individual to her partnerships. Libra's very social sign, very accommodating, very cooperative. So having your 7th house being Aries is how do you express your individuality within your partnerships? And that is exactly what Venus and Chiron are talking about. Chiron is the wound that we bring into the world, and yet it's also the gift that we are rewarded with when we address the wound as it serves us versus rather than trying to pull us under. At the same time, on the same day, March 3rd, Mercury will enter Pisces. This is your 6th house. The 6th house represents our service to others, our health, and it can also represent our pets. This Mercury is now making a conjunction with Saturn, and it's been making this conjunction as Mercury is leaving Aquarius and moving into Pisces. Saturn is at the 29th degree here, just about a few days before it's going to move into Pisces. So this conversation to me feels very much about how have I inadvertently not allowed my own individual expression to be part of the service that I express out in the world. The Mercury is the monkey mind. Mercury is the part of our mind that rules our everyday activities, the things we wake up, we hit the ground, and we start thinking, I got to get this done, I got to get that done, I got to move. It rules driving along our roadways. And there's a sense of speed with Mercury that at some point can feel a little bit like maybe it's getting away from us, in the sense of I've got so many things to get done that I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Now, Saturn's coming in here at that 29th degree, the anaretic degree, the degree of masterhood. It's the Leo degree. The 29 also reduces down to an 11, the master number of thought. And this is in your 5th house of Aquarius, liberation and enjoyment. So I feel as if the beginning of the month is very much about me versus the we. Me being the Libra, the we being my family, my obligations, my friends, and my children. And as I start to assess how much of my time is going out in a way that is just kind of driving me versus me driving it, I think it's going to offer us illumination, because on the 7th of March, Saturn will move into Pisces. It will remain in Pisces until February 2026. But in this year of 2023, it will travel the 0 to 7 degrees. And it's going to do it 3 times. It's going to move to the 7th degree, then it's going to retrograde back, and then it's going to move back. It's going to give a real opportunity to look at our human journey from up until now. The first through the seventh house is how I kind of look at it. It's not actually traversing those houses, but as represented by those degrees, giving us an opportunity to birth something new. On the same day that Saturn moves into Pisces, and I did a separate video on that. So for some reason, Libra, you haven't seen that. I did a separate video with Pluto moving into Aquarius, Saturn moving into Pisces, specifically for Libra, and the houses it will affect during the springtime. So please check that out. I also am going to do a separate video on the full moon that happens on the same day that Saturn moves into Pisces. But quickly, I just want to talk about the idea that this is a Virgo full moon. The 6th of 7 at the 16th degree sequentially. The 16th degree is the Cancer degree. It's about nurturing and intuition. And that's kind of the lane I'm picking, because the 16th degree very much feels like it's asking me if I'm tapping into my intuition. It's asking me, am I nurturing myself? Because I'm much more capable of being of service to others when I'm nurturing myself. And this full moon is going to illuminate that. It's actually happening on March 7th at 4:40 a.m. So we'll probably wake up and could potentially be feeling like we had epiphanies during our dream time. The sun will be in Pisces at 16 degrees, and it will be making a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is your 8th house of transformation. So you're going to be transformed in some way, or be given information, intuitive information that's allowing Libra to transform in ways that purport harmony and peace of mind for yourself as you allow that Aquarian 5th house energy to express itself authentically. We are going now to the 10th of March, where Jupiter and Chiron are continuing the conversation on their own. Venus has moved on her way. And now we're at the 14th degree, which is the Taurus degree. So here I think, and we're still in Aries, by the way, but I'm thinking this is again playing to the Venusian energy that Taurus represents, being ruled by Venus. You're ruled by Venus. So am I using my voice? Am I allowing my voice its expression? Am I allowing myself my own individuality? On the 13th of March, we're going to start to feel a trine build between Mars at the late degrees of Gemini and Saturn having just moved into Pisces. Gemini is your 9th house of beliefs, and Pisces is again your 6th house of service. So this is giving you an opportunity as this trine, a positive aspect, a harmonious aspect, starts to give you the feelings that as I am brave in looking at my history and looking at my story and looking at what I have built, is it authentic to me? Is it truly representing me? And am I open to the renovation of this aspect of myself? Because as we move forward, Mars will enter Cancer, and it's really, not exactly its favorite place in Cancer, but I'm feeling intuitively that Mars is sick and tired of Gemini energy. No offense to Gemini, but it's been in the house for almost 7 months by the time it leaves Gemini, and Mars gets restless and it wants to move on. So this moving on into Cancer is tightening the trine to Saturn. So by the time we get to the 29th of March, we have Mars at 2 degrees Cancer, Saturn at 2 degrees Pisces, again, making this harmonious aspect, asking Libra to dig deep into their spiritual body to find the wisdom of their own peace of mind, their own sense of harmony, their own expression of their artistic talents and their own voice. And as you do that, it's going to create this sense of peace that comes over you. On the 16th of March, your ruling planet will enter Taurus. And by the time we get to the 30th of March, Venus will be making an exact conjunction to Uranus. This is a liberating energy. This is in your 8th house, again, of transformation. This is the house that plays to a deep psychological dynamic that we are often unaware of, that sits underneath our actions. It's the belief under the beliefs. So this is really an opportunity to liberate yourself from something that may not have served you, or at one point it served you, and now you have an opportunity to experience something new and be served, and to serve others at a higher level. On the 19th, Mercury will move into Aries, and by the 27th, Mercury will be making an exact conjunction to Jupiter at 18 degrees. The 18th degree is the Virgo degree. This is a revisit of my mind, and the things that I feel obligated to and feel of service to in my everyday activities is going to be revisited as to whether it's truly benefiting me or putting me on a hamster wheel that I'm going to feel like I cannot get off of. Because Aries is, again, an individual energy, a willingness to be a warrior, a willingness to go into new territory and new ground. Mercury is representing how I think in my everyday life, and Jupiter's representing those big thoughts like, who am I? Why am I here? What's the point? And it's going to give an opportunity to travel into new territory. On the 20th, the sun will move into Aries. And the next day, we have a very powerful new moon in Aries at the 0 degree. This 0 degree Aries is on the world axis of what they call the critical degree. This is the beginning of the year for the zodiac, for astrology. So this infusion of energy is very, very powerful. I will be doing a new moon video, but for the sake of this video, that will happen at 10:23 a.m. Pacific time. So that would be a really great day for planting seeds and pioneering brave, courageous seeds for your future and for the types of partnerships that you want to experience, which means partnerships that see each other equally, that express value equally, where you feel cherished, where you feel like your seat at the table is reserved for you with pleasure. And then on the 23rd, we will see Pluto enter Aquarius. This is just a very, very small toe tipping of this energy in the 5th house for you. So if you are of childbearing years, there's a very good potential that you could get pregnant. If you are wanting to birth a creative endeavor, something innovative and something new and different, maybe even something on the internet, it's a very favorable time to start to think about how that looks, to start to allow yourself to sort of create a storyboard, for lack of a better term, create a template, and then walk away and then come back and look at it again, because there's a very good chance that the original template or the original story idea is based still on some old beliefs about yourself. And then when you walk away and you come back in, that Pluto energy is going to renovate that. It's going to allow whatever's potentially holding you back. And I want to offer this. If you're contemplating something creatively and you're focused on, will the audience like it? That's a rocky road, because everybody has a different opinion. So when you're creating something and you like it, then it will naturally find its audience. So I think that's important. It's also important to remember that Pluto takes 248 years to traverse the zodiac. So it's going to be at this 0 degree here for a little while, from March 23rd, then it will go till I think May 1st before it retrogrades. And then on June 11th, it will move back into Capricorn, remain in Capricorn until January 2024, when it will come back in to Aquarius. And it will come back in at that 0 degree. These two periods of time only happen once every 284 years. I'm sorry, 248 years. So it's really a powerful time to energetically, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally prepare myself to be liberated and to be transformed to the truth of who I am, essentially going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. So it's very powerful energy. It's a very powerful month. I believe March may be the most powerful month of the year, as we are going to really feel these energies and these shifts of the planets in a very strong way. All right, that's it for me for March 2023. My name is Teri Hunter. If you'd like to book a reading with me, my information is below. You can reach out to me. I'd also like to invite you to join me on Sundays at 11 a.m. Pacific time, where we do a live stream and we look at the transits coming up the week ahead, and we get the angels' advice for traversing those transits. Please like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, please share, please comment. I read all your comments and I try to answer them all. If I don't, for some reason, I am sending you love. Just I might have gotten a little bit busy with my other everyday activities. All right, everybody, all my Libras, I'll see you next time. Peace out.